Okay, Marcio, I'm interested to know if you have anything to add on the back of Nikolai and Alex's statements, but I'm also interested to ask you, based on what Nikolai said, do you think internal fraud's going down because there is a lack of internal whistleblowing and use of the hotline, or do you think it's mostly because there's less opportunity internally or some other reason?
Well, from my perception, there's a big risk of increased opportunities for internal fraud, especially because people are working from home, and sometimes they tend to share passwords, and eventually some of the approvers are not present. They don't have the means to approve. So they will, okay, so I'll give you my password so you can approve it for me. So this is, I think this is a risk. If you have someone that is pursuing committing fraud in a company, I think this is a very, very risky environment right now, especially because there are less people around paying attention on what you're doing. So there is a risk that this person will have opportunities, will eventually submit an invoice or include an invoice. I'm not sure how it's working for all the companies, but we know for a fact that in governments right now, and I can talk about what's happening here in Brazil, is that they are being allowed to do emergency purchases. I believe some of the companies are also having to provide their employees and their workforce with masks and other supplies, and they're also doing some emergency purchases, and that's when there are many opportunities for fraudsters to receive kickbacks on the side, for example.
Plus, Mike, if I may add, many employees are given additional access to different IT systems, so the process can run smoothly, and then they basically discover that there is less segregation of duties, and then can perform much more things, and they have much more access. And then, of course, someone with a criminal state of mind may try, at least, to do some hanky-panky. And I think that what Nikolai mentioned, that maybe there is less of internal fraud now, I just think that we still don't see the results of it. It's just starting, it's just being initiated right now, and we will discover it maybe in a year or a couple of years. So it's just everything is evolving right now. And it's much easier to see the external schemes, of course, than internal fraud schemes.